Previously, on Secrets, Crimes, and Audiotape.
Something happened on my date with Max.
Yeah?
We were robbed. We were robbed with a gun.
Weird, Max. I find out secondhand from Andrew that you were held up at gunpoint. Why didn't you call me?
Are you the police?
You're angry at me for marrying Andrew, and I don't understand why.
I'm not angry. I just think you should have consulted me before you flew to Vegas and married your ski buddy.
You shouldn't have slept with her, Max.
She initiated it.
I don't care. You knew you didn't want to see her again, and she's just been held up with a gun.
You let a crazy woman into your life. You let her into mine. How have I become the bad guy?
Because you won't help me. That's what loving someone is, Max. It's doing stuff you don't want to do. And right now, today, this minute, it is calling Becky Shaw so I can get my husband back.
From Wondery, this is Secrets, Crimes, and Audiotape. I'm your host, David Reinstrom. What's your secret? My secret is that I'm just like you. Every morning I get out of bed, shower, choose which head I'm going to wear from my bathroom cabinet, bolt it on, and have breakfast. We're on part 4 of Becky Shaw, the comedy of bad manners by Gina Gianfrido. If you like this piece and its recorded live style, then you'll love the newest member of the Wondery family, the Play's the Thing. The best theatrical performances brought straight into your ears, hosted by Susan Lowenberg, producing director of LA Theater Works. Be the first one to listen to them by subscribing today on iTunes, the Wondery app on Android, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Now, back to the story. So, if you're following, Becky and Max went out on a date. They were held up at gunpoint, but then they slept together, and now Max won't talk to Becky. Becky is having some issues with that, but Max couldn't care less. Andrew has swept in to save Becky. Susanna thinks they're having an affair. Max is, surprise, surprise, not being particularly comforting. And now in this episode, we throw Susanna's mother back into the mix. I can't wait to find out how all of this ends. Let's find out.
Max, I understand your reluctance to see me. What happened to us on a first date is just so crazy.
Certainly was.
Did Detective Hogan call you too?
He may have. I think I told you. I'm opening a Boston office for my company, so I have a stack of messages I haven't even looked at. Your messages I did receive. I apologize for not returning them. This is a very busy time.
I'm sure.
But I've made time to talk about whatever you need to talk about to put this event behind you.
I gather from Andrew you feel it already is behind you, the holdup.
I do.
It's been upsetting for me.
Of course.
No, I want to apologize. I was very pushy, calling you all the time. I regret that. I really do.
Apology accepted.
I'm in the same place you are now. I feel ready to just be past it and move on.
Great.
Our next date should be like a daytime visit to the zoo. I don't know, something completely not dangerous.
My feeling about all of this, Becky, we were interrupted. This thing interrupted the normal dating process. Chalk it up to my personal failing, but I don't feel we can get past that. It's just not going to work.
Okay. Wow. You're saying if not for the robbery, you'd have wanted to see me again?
Not exactly that.
I wondered if this was the reason you weren't calling me. If you're embarrassed about how you acted during the holdup, you shouldn't be.
Embarrassed?
You were scared. So was I. If you're running from me, my feelings for you are only deepened by that glimpse into your vulnerability.
Becky, you're not understanding me.
And I want to. Max, the detective told me, I'm sure he told you too, that you shouldn't have led the perpetrator to your car.
Now, wait a minute.
No, hear me out. If you're embarrassed about that, I want you to know I think it was the right thing to do. And I was there, the detective wasn't.
Right.
I absolutely understand why you would feel like the robbery ruined our chance, but it doesn't have to. So I'm over it now. I don't need to ever mention it again.
I didn't say the robbery ruined our chance.
Yes, you did.
Okay, yes. I did say that because Susanna told me to. The truth, Becky, is I don't think we're a good match.
Because the robbery is clouding your feelings.
I knew before the robbery.
Can I ask when?
At the restaurant.
So you slept with me knowing I wasn't your match?
I'm sorry if I misread your signals.
Can you tell me why you decided that?
Oh, for God's sake.
I'm not angry. I just want to know what I did.
Jesus, I'm allowed to not be interested. I don't owe you an explanation.
I just want to know what it is about me so I can, in the future, correct it.
I didn't return your calls. Any normal person
But
would.
you said you knew at the restaurant. What did I do?
You force people to hurt you.
I made you feel you'd hurt me? Is that it? You don't want to be with a woman you feel you'd hurt.
Would you want to be with a man you could hurt?
But that's love, isn't it? Anything that matters carries the potential for hurt.
Love, Becky. We had one date.
I gave you power prematurely. Is that it?
I don't want to do this.
This doesn't hurt me. It helps. Please sit for a second. I took some wrong turns, Max, and I changed. See, when I was in college...
I don't care. I'm sorry, this is starting to feel like the second date I didn't want to have.
Okay, I just wanted you to know that I wasn't always like this, and I feel I can get back to being myself, my good self, if I'm really fearless in examining...
Great. Do that with a therapist, not me.
Okay. Just one last question.
No.
Just as a favor.
I don't owe you any favors.
Then I don't owe you any either, right?
Are you threatening me?
I'm not good enough to date, but I'm good enough to fuck and to be trusted with a confidence that you would not like me to betray? At the police station, I said, you have to call Susanna, she's your family. You said, she's not family. I don't fuck family. Andrew doesn't know.
You're a fraud.
Stop it, you're hurting me.
You care. You understand as long as you get what you want. You just went from trying to date me to blackmailing me in about 3 minutes. You're a scary person, Becky, and I knew it the minute I met you.
Then you shouldn't have fucked me. If I was that person that you just described, I'd have screamed by now and had you arrested for assault. Just let go of my arm and walk away.
Max assaulted her? In a cafe full of people? I don't believe that.
Assault is my word, but anytime a man raises his hand against a woman...
Assault is your word? What's Becky's word?
He grasped her forearm, Susanna.
He grasped her forearm. You left work? You made me leave work because Max grasped her forearm?
It is never acceptable for a man to dominate a woman by force.
Agreed, but you said this was an emergency.
This is an emergency, Susanna.
No, it isn't. Look, you know I find your radical feminist side an incredible turn-on.
This is not a joke.
Sweetie, I know that, but I just walked out on a patient who has actual real problems. In the future, a forearm grab is not an emergency.
Max assaulted my friend, Susanna. He is out of our lives.
He's out of yours, maybe.
You want me to be the man and make the decisions in this marriage? I just made one. You, Max, done.
You know what? Fuck you, Andrew. Here's a reality check. What Max is guilty of is fucking run. It's not very nice, but it's also not a war crime. He blew her off. He didn't strangle her cat.
Jesus, why do you and Max have to use such violent examples to make your points?
Because we have some fucking perspective on life. Becky needs to get over it, and you need to stop this Sir Lancelot bullshit. You have spare time to manufacture drama where none exists. Put it in your writing so you can get published and we can keep our apartment.
Jesus, I feel like I don't know you.
Why?
When I met you, Max and your mom were telling you to get over your dad's death. I listened and I cared.
That's true. Your love healed me, but Becky needs to find her own savior. She can't have mine.
She doesn't have anyone else.
That's not our fault.
Her pain is our fault. You knew Max's record with women. Fixing him up with her was thoughtless.
I have apologized. What more can I do?
You've done enough. It is up to me now I am not going to abandon this woman when she's drowning.
Right, you'll save her and then you'll abandon her. That's what you do, right? Your anorexic girlfriend gained 10 pounds, you married me.
You want to tell yourself I'm turned off by you getting healthy? Go ahead. I'm not turned off by your health. I'm turned off by your character.
My character?
Max treated Becky like garbage from the moment she walked in that door, and I watched you that night. You didn't care then, and you don't care now. Your lack of compassion for her is incredibly unattractive.
I do care, Andrew, but...
But what? How could you fix Max up with her? How could you fix him up with anyone?
Max is a good man, Andrew, just because...
Are you kidding me? Fine. You know what? We've reached an impasse on this Max thing. I'm gonna stay with friends for a couple days.
Why?
I need to think.
Think about us? Oh, no. Andrew, listen to me. When I married you, I married up. I married a better person than I am. I love that you want to help Becky. I love that you don't think the Bubba story is funny. And I love that pornography makes you cry. You're good. Like my dad was good.
Your dad was a dishonest, irresponsible alcoholic. Jesus, Susanna. Your dad is good. Max is good. Here's a reality check for you. Loving Susanna is not the sole criteria for goodness.
Wait, Andrew. I'm going to tell you something. Max doesn't know, and you can never tell him. My father bought Max from his father.
What do you mean, he bought him?
He gave Max's dad a lot of money not to send him away when Max's mom died. His dad was going to send him to some great aunt in Texas, and my father said no. He knew it would kill Max. It would break his heart, so he bought him. My father was good like you, see? Max wasn't his problem, but he just couldn't walk away like you and Becky. It's goodness. You don't have feelings for her, do you? Oh, no.
Our problem is not Becky. Let's talk in a few days. I think it would be good for you to do some thinking, too.
Your mother is sleeping. We should get our story straight before she wakes up.
I'm going to tell her the truth. Andrew and I fixed you up with a woman, and you made her attempt suicide.
Oh, no.
Yes. That is why my husband isn't here with me now.
First of all, she did not attempt suicide. She cut herself. If it were serious, she'd be hospitalized, but she isn't. She's home convalescing with your husband. He should be here. This shit you're about to face, this is way more serious than a cut on the arm.
If you can't get Lester out of jail before Monday, my mom is going to freak out.
She should freak out. Lester could go to prison, Susanna. If he was doing what they say, it's mail fraud. That's big.
Not as big as cutting yourself, apparently.
That's life, and you know it. Two kinds of trouble in life.
I don't want the two kinds of trouble speech right now.
Yeah, but you need it. Two kinds of trouble. Sexy and not sexy. Your mother's chronic degenerative illness, not sexy. Pretty girl with knife, sexy. People like me show up when the trouble's not sexy. Indie rock writer boys.
I thought crime and jail were in the sexy category.
Not when it's mail fraud. If Lester had shot somebody, your husband would be here now.
Are you sure what Becky did isn't serious?
She cut her arm. It's teenager shit. You remember what I told you when you wanted to do it?
Yes.
You're too old for it. Cutting yourself over the age of 18 is just embarrassing. Everyone at the ER will laugh at you.
You're harsh, Max.
It worked. You never did it, did you?
No, I didn't. Oh. Hi, Mama. Did we wake you?
Yes, you did. Where's Andrew?
Andrew has a coworker who tried to cheat, suicide. He's helping her.
He's had an affair and you're separated. I'm sorry.
No, Jesus, Mom.
Max, what is our plan? Lester needs a very good lawyer, and obviously I don't know anyone.
Are we allowed to talk about, what he did?
He didn't do anything. Now I'd like to hear the plan.
I have 3 names of lawyers with expertise in this area.
Have you called them?
It's Saturday. I only have office numbers.
Use your LexisNexis account. Get their home numbers.
Okay, fine.
Don't let your pride cloud your judgment.
Excuse me?
If you need money to leave your husband, ask Max for a loan.
I'm not leaving my husband.
No one respects a woman who forgives infidelity. It kept Hillary Clinton from becoming president.
Andrew is not cheating on me. We fixed one of his coworkers up with Max, and the date went badly. She freaked out.
Did Max rape her?
Of course he didn't rape her. Are you insane?
Why does someone attempt suicide after a bad date?
Forget it. The point is, Andrew has the decency to face the problem. Max doesn't.
Well, that's very gallant of Andrew. It's a good thing Max was available to take care of us.
I don't want to talk about this. Wait a second. You're telling me that one sexual indiscretion merits divorce, but you allowed...
Listen to me. This business about your father being a homosexual, it's absurd. It's Max fabricating in order to dominate and control.
Whoa, that's not at all where I was going.
I'm sorry, go on.
You tell me to divorce Andrew over an affair, but you let Lester lie and get arrested? Why do I have to play by different rules than you?
Well, I don't have your assets now, do I? A relationship is a deal between equals. It's a mutually advantageous bargain.
Oh my God, did you teach Max that?
I'm sick. Money is my only asset.
You don't really believe that.
Well, I just got screamed at for interrupting dinner, but we have a lawyer.
Max, thank God for you. You never fail me.
I'm gonna go meet him, bring him up to speed. You ladies wanna come?
No.
Of course you don't. So, I'll be back.
Secrets, Crimes, and Audiotape is brought to you by Sleep Number. This year, as you consider gifts that will be appreciated long after they're unwrapped, consider this. What could be better than giving the gift of better sleep? Sleep Number beds are affordable. In fact, they cost about the same as a traditional mattress. Queen mattresses start at only $699.99. Sleep Number beds also last twice as long, and 91% of owners recommend them. Another thing to consider. Did you know that 9 out of 10 couples disagree on mattress firmness? The newest Sleep Number beds let you choose your ideal comfort and support on each side, and automatically adjust so both of you stay sleeping comfortably throughout the night. They even have an adjustment for snoring. Does your bed do that? Come in during the Ultimate Sleep Number Week, now through Monday, and save 50% on the Ultimate Limited Edition bed with Sleep IQ technology. You'll only find Sleep Number at any of the 550 Sleep Number stores nationwide. Visit sleepnumber.com to find the store near you, and be sure to tell them Secrets, Crimes, and Audiotape sent you. What if hiring could be easier, more streamlined, and less time-consuming? So even when you're busy, you could still be smart about the way you hire. With ZipRecruiter, you can post your job to over 100 of the web's leading job boards with just one click. Then, ZipRecruiter puts its smart matching technology to work, actively notifying qualified candidates about your job within minutes of posting, so you receive the best possible matches. You can even get a head start on the interview process by adding screening questions to your job post to help identify the most qualified candidates. No wonder 80% of employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site in just one day. Right now, listeners of Secrets, Crimes, and Audiotape can post jobs on ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/secrets. That's ZipRecruiter.com/secrets. One more time to try it for free, go to ZipRecruiter.com/secrets. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Mom, that stuff about Dad, it has really messed with my head.
Oh, pish.
Why are you giving me the exasperation look?
Please, I love Max like a son, but he's a power monger and a liar.
Max made it up. Dad wasn't gay?
The important point is this. Since you were very young, Max has lied and manipulated to foster your dependence.
Max doesn't manipulate me.
Susanna, don't be dense.
Not when we were kids.
Please, when Max moved in with us, he knew he was not to watch horror movies. More importantly, he knew you couldn't handle those movies. All those nights we let you two sleep in the den in your sleeping bags, he orchestrated that. He showed you those vile, horrible movies until you were afraid to sleep alone.
No, Max loves me.
Exactly. That's why he hobbled you, so you couldn't stray.
If you saw Max trying to hobble me, why didn't you stop him?
We knew you could never take care of yourself. We saw in Max's devotion a kind of security.
Okay. Wow, so Max telling me Dad was gay, this was a lie to hobble me?
Probably. Yoshi had a strange adoration for your father. It's possible he made some overture. Whether or not your father had reciprocal feelings, I have no idea.
No idea you were married to him.
We're a different generation, Susanna.
Meaning?
Meaning your father and I allowed for pockets of mystery in our marriage, and I would advise you to do the same.
Pockets of mystery sounds like code for gay.
Was he gay? Perhaps. Did he have affairs with men? No. Your father was deeply moral and would never have broken his vows. Also, he was not a sexual person.
Every human is sexual, Mom.
Not true. Sexuality is like intelligence. We're all born with different endowments. Some people are retarded and they eat paint. Others split atoms and write symphonies.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I'm sorry, Susanna. When Max told me this about your father and Yoshi, it was like someone telling me the mongoloid who bags my groceries had found the cancer cure. Oh, I have to allow for the possibility while remaining exceedingly dubious.
God, I am really confused.
He's gone. What does it matter?
If it's true, it means I didn't really know him, and I thought we were so close.
You were very close. There are pockets of privacy within closeness. That's as it should be. My advice to... Never mind. You don't want it.
I do want it.
Your generation is fixated on intimacy. That's why your marriages don't last. You think marriage and family require absolute honesty. They do not.
Can you truly know someone when they're lying to you?
Why do you have to truly know them? Why?
Because that's love?
It's a prescription for misery. It's like those television commercials where they take a microscope into your kitchen and show you a lot of germs the naked eye can't see. It's stupid. Ugh. If you look hard enough at anything, anyone, you will be revolted by what you see.
You think if you'd known Dad, you would have been revolted by him?
By his weakness. Yes. If you're gay, be gay. Have some guts. Now, you will never hear me buy into any of this New Age nonsense about my illness being a gift. It has ruined my life, and I hate it. But it was a gift to me in this one respect. It meant I couldn't leave my marriage.
If you hadn't had MS, would you have left?
I would have felt I could do better than your father, and I would have been wrong.
I think I'm revolted by Max. But if I were to lose him, I'm afraid I wouldn't survive. How is that possible? I can't live without him, but I don't want him.
The heart wants what the heart wants. I want Lester with a ferocity you can't imagine. I see his flaws.
Max isn't good, Mom. Max isn't good, and Andrew is.
Be careful chasing after goodness. Goodness and incompetence too often go hand in hand with men. Your father's financial irresponsibility, it's unforgivable, really.
Andrew's not incompetent.
He scribbles and brews coffee. If he's not going to pull his weight financially, he must love and care for you in spades to compensate.
He does.
He isn't here, Susanna. And Max is. What would you have done if not for Max? What would I have done?
I would have driven down here and handled this.
You wouldn't have done a good job.
I think that's awful for a mother to say.
It's the truth. There's power in knowing where you stand.
Mom.
I told Max he had to get rich if he wanted women to swoon, and you see, he followed my advice.
Well done, Mom. He's an emotional cripple. Do not tell him we talked about this.
I promised at the hospital I'd take care of her, but I wanted to be here. Hey, Susan, I'm sorry about Lester. This is my friend, Becky.
Andrew is helping me. I hope it's okay he brought me.
Well, you're here now, okay or not. Come in.
Where's Max?
Max is meeting with our lawyer. He has the situation in hand. I'm very relieved.
That's great.
What did you do to your arm?
Oh, this? I cut it. I should actually maybe change the bandage.
I'll show you the bathroom.
Maybe I should. I was at the hospital.
I
so
raised 2 children, Andrew. I can supervise changing a Band-Aid. Come on.
I had no choice, Susanna. She has no health insurance. The only way they'd let her leave was if I promised to be responsible.
I'm so glad you're here.
Of course I'm here. Are you freaking out?
About Lester?
About your dad. It's the anniversary.
You remembered. Andrew, I can be a better person. I don't want to lose you to Becky. I
don't want to be with Becky.
You don't really?
No, but I think I'd let her on, and I'm afraid she'll do something if I walk away.
Did you sleep with her?
No, I wouldn't do that.
But you wanted to. No, don't answer that.
No, I can do better, too. What you said about me, that I save women and then abandon them, I don't want to be that guy. I want this marriage.
Good enough for me. What should we do about Becky?
I don't know. The whole ride down here, I'm thinking, and I have no idea.
10 hours of thinking and you have no idea. Is there human waste in your cranium where a brain should be?
Susanna, I will get back in that car
Don't!
and
I'm sorry. I can do this. I can be the decider. We'll get Becky another therapist and we'll loan her, or we'll give her the money. We can see her together, but you can't be with her alone outside of work. I think to make this marriage work, we have to be in it full time, you know?
I think that's fair. I think the same should apply to you and Max.
Well, that's totally different just because you don't like him.
It's more than that. Stop pulling this "he's my brother" crap. I know there's more there.
There isn't more there.
That's a lie, Susanna. You want to make this marriage work? The two of you need to stop.
Can I still have my phone time?
I wish you didn't need it, but I guess so. Okay.
But I can't see him anymore.
I think same rules for you as for me. You can see Max with me. I better go check on Becky. This agreement, we should tell them today.
What the fuck is going on?
Were you watching the house?
Did he bring her here? I'll kill him.
He had to bring her. She's on suicide watch.
Get her out of here, now.
Don't give me orders, Max.
I'm here taking care of your mother. I'm spending time I do not have.
You can leave. I can handle it. You got the lawyer. Andrew is here. You can go.
No, I used my good name to get us a lawyer. I'm not gonna turn him over to your indie rock boy toy.
He is my husband, Max, and that is permanent.
Why are you looking at me like you're breaking up with me?
Max, stuff is gonna have to change with us.
What stuff?
Andrew and I just made an agreement. He can't be alone with Becky, and I can't be alone with you.
What?
It's not appropriate for us to be emotionally intimate when I'm married to Andrew.
Emotionally intimate? According to you, I'm not capable of that.
We can talk on the phone, but we can't be alone. It just gets too blurry.
This is because of Becky.
Not entirely.
It is. God, I fucking hate that woman. She's a nutcase, so our relationship has to change?
Yes.
How? How does a 25-year friendship change because of her?
Up until this, I had doubts. I thought maybe we should be together. But now, I don't have them. Doubts.
If you don't have doubts, then why are we blurry? I'll rephrase the question. What are your doubts about me?
You have always had the ability to tune out other people's pain when it inconveniences you.
Excuse me?
Not mine. You have always been there for me and for my parents. I am talking about other people. Iraq is not your problem. Becky is not your problem.
That's right, they're not, and I make no apologies. Unless you're Gandhi or Jesus, you have a very limited sphere of responsibility. You have a plot of land, and the definition of a moral life is tending that plot of land.
You need new material. I have heard the plot of land speech.
Becky Shaw is not on my plot of land. You are, and I tend my plot. I will always tend my plot.
You make me sound like an obligation. Am I more than that to you?
Yes! If I didn't want you on my plot, I would rip you out and compost you. I want you on my plot. Bring Becky in here and I'll apologize. We'll put this behind us.
It's not that simple.
I will apologize. I will pay her damages, whatever you need. I want her erased from our lives.
This is exactly what I'm talking about, Max. You erase people. That's wrong.
Give me another example. Aside from the war and Becky, how do I erase people?
You watch pornography.
What? You watch it too.
But I feel guilty when I watch it. You don't.
Are you fucking kidding me? I'm gonna lose you because I don't feel guilty when I watch porn?
Pornography makes Andrew cry.
That is the stupidest thing I have ever heard.
I don't think it is.
Does pornography make you cry?
No, but it should, and I wish it did.
This is completely insane. You cannot tell me that...
Susan really wants to go to Lester's visiting hour, so... Hi, Max.
Okay. Can you just give us one?
Oh, sure. Sure.
Why don't you go back to Boston and we'll talk in a few days?
I can't, I'm busy.
Max.
I have a very full schedule between laughing at rape videos and sneering at the troops.
That's not fair.
No, this isn't fair. Anything else you want to say, you better say now.
Today is Saturday, right? It's the 3rd?
I don't fucking... Yeah, it's the 3rd. You need anything else before you wash your hands of me? You want the weather? Stock quotes, horoscope?
I don't want to wash my hands of you.
You just did.
I want to go to the prison and I want to go now.
It's not a prison, Susan, it's a jail.
You can call it whatever you like if you drive me there.
Okay, everybody listen up. Max feels he needs to stay here because he initiated contact with the attorney. Andrew and Becky and I are going back to Providence.
You have a responsibility here.
I am aware of that. But Andrew and I have set some new boundaries for our marriage, and he's not allowed to spend 10 hours in a car alone with Becky.
I feel like I've caused so much trouble for you, and I just wanted
You have, actually, so that's it. Let's go.
Oh, Becky.
I can't. I'm sorry. I'll take the train.
When we get back to Providence, Susie and I are going to help you.
This is incredibly painful for me, to get back in that car with the two of you.
You're right. I think the train is a great idea. Susie?
Look into it.
No, I'll do that.
You're going to be okay.
Becky and I had a conversation. She knows what needs to be done.
I'd like to screen any recommendations my mother gave.
No. It was good advice. I need to get back in school. I do.
The story about the black boyfriends and the racist parents, write that up and reapply to Brown, you'll get in. You may have been very victimized in your life. You may be a complete con artist. I don't know. My sense is you fall somewhere in the middle. Truth or con, it's unattractive. We pity Job. We do not fall in love with him.
Mom, don't.
It's okay. I'm not afraid of the truth.
Learn to lie. When someone with damage, as we have damage, courts a lover, we must be like the pedophile with the candy. Lure with candy, no matter how frightful your nature and your intent.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
You're a beautiful woman. The only thing broken about you is your timing.
I had a chance with Max, didn't I?
We don't look back. We look forward.
She won't make the 6 o'clock, and the next one's at 4 a.m.
I don't mind waiting. I could help. I could make sandwiches for you to take to Lester.
I think that's a wonderful idea.
Max, what would you like?
I would like you to try harder the next time you attempt suicide. That is what I would like.
Okay. Becky comes with us. We'll buy a book on tape. Let's go.
Okay. Susan, I hope things work out okay with Lester. And I just wanted to acknowledge today,
Acknowledge today?
the anniversary of Richard's death. I know it's really hard.
Life is hard, Andrew. An anniversary is just a number.
Secrets, Crimes, and Audiotape is brought to you by Sleep Number. We all know sleep is important, but consider someone you know who is in the military or a veteran. Imagine how much a good night's sleep means to them. Sleep Number beds are already affordable. They cost about the same as a traditional mattress. They also last twice as long, and 91% of owners recommend them. This week, Sleep Number is honoring our nation's heroes with savings reserved just for them. Their newest beds are so smart, they actually sense your every move and automatically adjust so you stay sleeping comfortably throughout the night. They even have an adjustment for snoring. Does your bed do that? Come in now for exclusive savings just for military personnel and veterans. And right now, it's the semi-annual sale where you'll find clearance savings of $600 on a Sleep Number P6 mattress with Sleep IQ technology. You'll only find Sleep Number at any of the 550 Sleep Number stores nationwide. Visit sleepnumber.com to find the store near you. And be sure to tell them Secrets, Crimes, and Audiotape sent you.
Mama, you're in good hands.
I know. This is a very impractical solution, you know. If Lester isn't released Monday and you can't stay.
I'll hire someone for you. Don't worry about that. It's time for you to sell the house. I want to see you put that in motion before I leave.
Fine. We'll discuss it after we visit Lester. I'll comb my hair and we'll go. I'll buy you a wonderful dinner.
And I know this game. You don't talk about money over dinner.
That's right. I don't.
Max, I'm taking the 4 a.m. train.
No.
They're gone.
We're going out. You can't.
I'll just wait here until it's time.
Becky, you
We've
can't.
lost them, you know. Susanna and Andrew.
Don't.
And what I came back to say, Max, we'll be fine without them.
There is no we, Becky.
I know your father abandoned you. My parents abandoned me too.
My father did not abandon me.
Listen to me, Max. We have damage. People like Andrew and Susanna will always run from us when we show them who we are. I see everything you are, and I'm still here. When I was at the hospital, they asked me for a name. Someone they should call in an emergency. A spouse, a parent, a child. I don't have any of those people. You don't either.
You're still here?
We're dropping her at the station.
I thought the next train was 4 a.m.
We're dropping her at the train. This is fucking over. This is the end of it.
Max, you are and ever will be a guest in my home. Adjust your tone. Becky will stay with us until it's time for her train. Oh, my boyfriend is unjustly incarcerated. That is as much stress as I will tolerate today. If you're going to be disturbed by visiting a prison, stay here.
Oh, don't worry. Life is disturbing, right? It's just a prison.
Nicely put. I'm going to buy you both a wonderful dinner and some really excellent wine. We'll have a nice evening and put all of this behind us. But first, we have to go to prison.
I'm still here, Max. I'm still here.
you know, this might work out. I guess everyone has the ability to change and grow. They just need a little help. I think Becky might just be up to this. Coming up next on Secrets, Crimes, and Audiotape will be This Is Not a Banksy, a comedy that is not so much about the Emperor's new clothes, but about what's underneath the seat of the Emperor's pants. Some of you may be unaware of the street artist Banksy, so a brief bio. Banksy is a false name. The artist's true identity has been concealed for decades, but he's perhaps the most famous street artist in the world. Imagine a brick wall on a piece of council housing in England. Now imagine on that wall an image of a child climbing a ladder, clutching a paint roller. In drippy white letters they've written, "One Nation Under CCTV." A policeman and a dog look on, disapprovingly. Banksy's work is spray-painted onto stencils so it can be reproduced quickly. That makes it harder for authorities to catch the artist in the act. Remember that what Banksy does is essentially graffiti, and therefore illegal. Banksy's works have appeared on walls, streets, and movie theaters all over the world, and his paintings are among the most sought-after pieces by high-roller art collectors, often selling for eye-watering sums. Banksy is regarded as a British cultural icon, comparable in his renown to J.K. Rowling, Idris Elba, Zadie Smith, David Tennant, and Shakespeare. This Is Not a Banksy is the story of Sam Bobianski, who gains worldwide fame when it is discovered that he is, himself, the canvas for a brand new piece of Banksy art. Take a listen to a bit of part 1.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Broad and to the new and controversial exhibition Skin Trade. It's a work that may or may not be by the renowned street artist Banksy that's tattooed onto human skin. But the person from whom this piece of skin was taken, Sam Bobianski, mysteriously vanished just days before the exhibition opened. This is the story of This Is Not a Banksy.
What did you do last night at the party?
I was out in the garden a lot with this dude.
Oh my, that was Banksy. You were with Banksy. You have a Banksy on your butt.
Incredible.
I said that.
And Banksy actually did the tattoo himself? Can you just... Yes. Oh, stretch. So, Tom can get a shot of it from here? And...
No touching, still raw.
What was he like, Banksy?
To be honest...
We were sworn.
What?
To secrecy. Banksy, you know, the secrecy thing, and it was part of the deal.
It's not my art.
Banksy's Modest Muse. Great title for the article.
This Is Not a Banksy is a provocative comedy about ambition, lies, and spin, and how all of them come back and bite you in the, well, you know where. Becky Shaw is written by Gina Gianfrido, who was nice enough to talk to me about this episode. Let's hear a clip of our conversation. In part 4, Susan claims that goodness and incompetence go hand in hand in men. I would love to hear your thoughts on that and how it expresses itself through the play in Andrew and Max.
Well, I think that maybe, this is, you can hear New York City outside. I think what she may be alluding to is that, people who are very successful in business often have to be somewhat ruthless, and that people who are successful in a high-powered way also generally have to make some sacrifices on the personal side. So I think Susan's view is that, people who achieve the kind of success Max has achieved, maybe don't have time to be kind and available, and that someone like Andrew, who has time to be kind and available, has that time because he's not accomplishing anything. This is what I think Susan would say.
Would you say that kindness is its own accomplishment, though?
Oh, I would. I think that, Susan is looking at things financially at
Sure.
that point, and seeing that, that Andrew isn't someone who's making a good living, and maybe he doesn't have a life plan in place to make a good living. So I think that's what she's looking
Sure.
at. I think I was interested in those that dichotomy between kind of successful people who aren't available and people who aren't succeeding who are available and maybe still have something to offer.
So do you think these characters live happily ever after?
Well, Peter Dubois, who directed the play in Louisville and in New York, he was of the opinion that Max and Susanna were going to get together, and probably not that long after the end of the play. So I don't know. I don't know what I think. I think that Susanna really wants the relationship with Andrew to work, and maybe it will if she really cuts Max off. But I think she's correct in thinking that the marriage can't really work as long as she's so emotionally connected to Max.
And if people want to follow your work on the internet, is there a place that you would like them to go?
Oh boy, I don't have a website. I really should, but I don't. I think you'll just have to Google to see what I'm up to.
Well, Gina, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me.
Thank you.
If you have thoughts about this program, and I expect that you do, I invite you to leave a review on iTunes. Tweet at us at Secrets Crimes, send us an email at secrets@wondery.com, or, if you're feeling chatty, give us a phone call. You can reach our special listener voicemail box at gagbag5711. That's 424-224-5711. Ask a great question, and maybe I'll answer it on the show. Becky Shaw is written by Gina Gianfrido. Episode 4 stars Emily Bergel as Susanna, Matt Letcher as Andrew, Marcia Mason as Susan, Mandy Siegfried as Becky, and Josh Stamberg as Max. It is directed by Bart DeLorenzo. Sound effects artist Eddie Mills. Music supervisor Scott Willis. Stage manager Amanda Allen. Associate producers Christina Montano and Kathy Reinking. Post-production coordinator Ron Lipkin. Radio producer Mike Weiskopf. Sound designer, recording, and mixing engineer Mark Holden for the Invisible Studios, West Hollywood. The producing director of LA Theater Works is Susan Lowenberg. Thank you for listening to Secrets, Crimes, and Audiotape. The theme song for our series was composed by Mark Hadley. Our editor is Sergio Enriquez. Our executive producers are Jeffrey Glazer and Hernan Lopez for Wondery. Until next time, I'm your host, David Reinstrom. What's your secret?